Have you ever wondered how, as a new government contractor, you can have consistent, sustainable contracts and stack them simultaneously? In order to have government agencies lined up around the corner with check in hand, ready to write you whatever check you want, you have to have some type of way of marketing and attracting them, right? It's all about having a purpose-driven business. If it's a service that solves a problem, there's a 99.9% chance that you too can be landing large, simultaneous, lucrative government contracts to multiply your wealth in the government contracting space. So you want to market yourself and position yourself in a way that it says that you do that, okay? And when you do so, you will have government agencies reaching out to you. At some point, you will have opportunities coming into your pipeline that you can go after. I want you to take these tips and apply them to your business so that you can be on your way as well to have contracts simultaneously and consistent, sustainable income. Have you ever wondered how, as a new government contractor, you can have consistent, sustainable contracts and stack them simultaneously? In this video, I'm going to walk you through 4 things that I've done to recently secure an additional 3-year contract on top of the other contracts that I'm already managing. So make sure that you stay tapped in, because I want you to take these tips and apply them to your business so that you can be on your way as well to have contracts simultaneously and consistent, sustainable income. Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Dr. Karwanna D. I'm a govcon extraordinaire, and I help high-level entrepreneurs just like you actually create generational wealth for their business, doing what they love, right? It's all about having a purpose-driven business. If it's a service that solves a problem, there's a 99.9% chance that you too can be landing large, simultaneous, lucrative government contracts to multiply your wealth in the government contracting space. So a few years ago, I want to say about 5 or 6 years ago, I actually secured a contract that was about $70,000. No, that wasn't that one. Yeah, it was $70,000, but it wasn't for 28 days of work. That was the very first one. But this $70,000 contract was for 12 days of work, actually. And because of the networking and the footwork that I had done prior to, it led up to this opportunity. So many of you have heard me talk about my 4-method strategy, or the 3-step strategy. Really, it's a 4-step strategy to actually getting started in the government contracting space. So I'm going to do a quick overview, but if you go through my YouTube, maybe I'll drop a link somewhere in the descriptions where you can go back and review this in great detail. But I talk about my 4-step methodology to navigating the government contracting space. And I'm going to walk you through high level what those 4 steps are. So ideally, there are 4 things that you have to do in order to get started and actually to start securing government contracts. It's 4 streamlined steps, right? The first step is business foundation. So everything starts with the beginning. Definitely you have, in order for you to do business with the government, you have to pretty much optimize your business foundation so that you too can show up as a premium supplier or product service provider for the government, because the government is a premium buyer and they are a premium client. And so you have to show up in a certain kind of way. So once you have all your business foundation documents together, then you can move on to the second step, which is to maximize and optimize on the opportunities that exist. And these are opportunities that exist across all 3 levels. And how do you maximize and optimize on those opportunities? You would go on to have small business certification. So you will certify your business for all of the socioeconomic disadvantages that you may have. And what this does is, in turn, it gives you access to all of the opportunities that are specifically set aside for those particular socioeconomic small business concerns, right? In addition, it also gives you power where other larger firms can want to work with you, right? They want to work with you because you have those certifications, because it helps them meet their goals and it helps them actually show up as a premium entrepreneur who's fair, right? And who are also utilizing smaller businesses as well. So it gives you access, leveraged access, but also it gives you power, okay? The third step is marketing. Okay. In order to have government agencies lined up around the corner with check in hand, ready to write you whatever check you want, you have to have some type of way of marketing and attracting them. Okay. Usually this is done through to marketing, could be creating your capability statement. But once you do that, of course, there are other things that you have to do to market your capabilities to government agencies. And those things could be emails, phone calls, whatever type of marketing CRM systems you're developing. In fact, one of the most valuable CRM systems that I've recently discovered is one, shout out to Dr. Travis Davis, is the SB Smart Money tool. And I'm going to share with you guys where to go if you want to develop that tool, if you want to actually use that tool in your system. It is the fast track, right? It's the fast track to marketing yourself, because you get to do some of the recon and research with some tools that makes it faster for you. I'm going to find that tool for you guys, and then I'll share a link. If not here, I'll definitely be able to share it. Oh, there it is. Okay. So I'm going to drop a link in just a moment where you can go and download and access that tool. But trust me, it's going to be the game changer. So when you market to the government, what the outcome or the goal of marketing is to, one, get recognition. Number two, stand out from the noisy crowd. Number three, show them that you specialize in something. And number four, always solve a problem, right? So you want to market yourself and position yourself in a way that it says that you do that. Okay. And when you do so, you will have government agencies reaching out to you. At some point, you will have opportunities coming into your pipeline that you can go after. At some point, you will also have other people that are coming into your marketplace looking to partner with you for strategic partnership purposes and all of those other things, right? And the last step, which is step 4 in this startup strategy, is finding a way to have a streamlined proposal process, right? It's a process. You have to know what you're doing, understand the lingo, know how to respond, know what the different vehicles are, know the loopholes, know the shortcuts, all of those different things, right? And so BCMP is my methodology. That's the acronym, the BCMP methodology to getting started with navigating the government contracting space. And so that BCMP stands for, of course, as a quick recap, business, certifications, marketing, and proposals. Okay. I think this is it. So when you do that, all right. So when you do that, and I'm going to bring up on the screen in just a moment the tool that you can go grab for that will help you with your marketing. And it really, before you can market, you have to do your research, but it's a tool that allows and enables you to be able to do both simultaneously. Hey, thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you're enjoying it. I wanted to take some time to invite you to join me in the GovCon Challenge. The GovCon Challenge takes place once a month, where I invite a bunch of entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs to come and have me teach you the 5 things you must do to pre-qualify your business to land lucrative contracts with the government. So join me in the GovCon Challenge. Click on the link in the description. You'll be glad you did. Join as VIP for exclusive behind-the-scenes information, and you could become a part of the top 1% of entrepreneurs across the nation. Now back to the video you were watching. So that's the first step. First step, BCMP, the methodology. First, you're getting in the game. So what do you do once you're getting in the game, and how could that lead to simultaneous contracting opportunities? So this is where you go for the tool, shesgotgoals.com/SB money flow. Okay. So this is where you can go to grab that tool that will help you do the recon and research. It is not a free tool. You may have a trial available depending on when you click on that link, but it is definitely a tool that saves you time. So you use this tool to buy your time back and to actually streamline the process so you can get in front of the people that will be lined up around the corner with check in hand, ready to spend it on you. Okay. And so from there, I was able to secure that contract that I shared with you about 5 or 6 years ago. And that contract led to 2 contracts simultaneously with the same company. So they became a multi-6-figure contract or with the same particular client. Now, some key things that happened because I built a relationship and did networking, which is also a part of a marketing strategy, right? Which falls in line with the BCMP methodology. That's where that opportunity came from. Okay. When you do the BCMP method, there are going to be opportunities that are passive that will come along. There will also be opportunities that will be active opportunities. Passive opportunities is when now you're registered, you're in the system, people know you exist because of your registrations. And now sometimes you will have agencies and or prime contractors reaching out to you for you to give them a quote to be on their team, or for you to give them a quote or to respond to an opportunity. That is a passive way. Passive ways does not allow you or enable you to have consistent, sustainable income. Now, it happens sometimes. It doesn't happen other times. Some people have better luck with it than others and all those things, but that is a way to actually have some opportunities come down your pipeline. Is passive. Just know that's one of the ways, right? That's one of the areas. Now, the active way, when you're doing the work, right? That is when you can actually control how consistent these opportunities are going to come to you by actively doing the process, going through the steps, submitting and responding to those opportunities. So there'll be both passive and active, right? So this is the second thing on the list. The third thing that I want to share with you is just having findability in the marketplace, just being findable, right? If you are not registered, you're not findable. If you are not networking, you're not findable. If you are not partnering, you're not findable. If you are not responding, you're not findable. So visibility in the GovCon space is very key, right? It's a very key strategic move towards securing lucrative contracts. And then lastly, doing great work when you do secure these opportunities, doing great work. Now, going back to the contract that I landed about 5 or 6 years ago, those simultaneous contracts that were multiple six figures, just because I did all of these things. First, I did the BCMP method. Then I did some passive things and some active things in order to secure opportunities. I did start working my magnetic marketing messaging at networking events, and that led to me having those opportunities. Okay. I did an amazing job on those opportunities. So recently, because of the work that I've done, the same partners actually reached out to me. I didn't have to bid on anything. It became a passive opportunity where all I had to do was provide a quote. And now I've secured a 3-year contract doing the exact same thing, but working less, right? With this particular contractor as a sub, right? So I get to do this work as a sub. It all works. You have to just trust the process. If you have been in a government contracting journey space, right, trying to figure it out, you've been in learning mode, you've been trying to figure it out all this time, just know that it works. And the race is not given to the weak or the meek. It's given to the person that endures, but to the one that endures throughout all the things that it seemed like it may be hard. It seemed like it's taking a long time. It's because you don't have a blueprint. Maybe you're skipping steps because you don't have a blueprint. You don't have mentorships. You don't have an advisor to ask questions. You're not in any type of coaching or consulting community where you're thriving with other people and you're just out there alone, right? You can shortcut all of the pitfalls. You can skip all the pitfalls. You can shortcut the timeline to being able to not only secure lucrative government contracts, but also secure sustainable multi-year contracts when you do this. So I am more than honored to share my journey and the things that I have made mistakes on so that you can avoid those mistakes and actually secure your lucrative contracts simultaneously in a very short period of time. So you can do those things, right? Now, when it comes to doing business with the government, there are various phases within phases. This is a journey, right? This become a part of your lifestyle, business lifestyle, right? So not necessarily your life, but your business life. It becomes a lifestyle for you in your business. So it's not something that you pop up one day to do and you just doing something else the next day. It takes commitment. Are you going to be committed? Are you committed? If you're already in the journey and you're trying to navigate and figure out some things, how committed are you? What vehicle are you in? Are you walking along the sidewalk by yourself in a silo with no clear direction, no instruction, no GPS? Or are you in a community of like-minded individuals where someone is helping to guide you and you're not alone and you have someone that you can ask questions and avoid the pitfalls, right? So depending on what vehicle you're in, it may take you longer than the other vehicle, right? Or are you simply in a fighter jet? Fighter jets fly so fast. These are the Blue Angels that during the war, like they jet through war zones and stuff really fast, right? Are you in a fighter jet Because if you're in a fighter jet, that means that you can turn this thing around. You can implement some things. You can turn this thing around with some help and some guidance and a clear step-by-step blueprint much more faster. But when it comes to these things, first, within these phases, the first thing is to get your business pre-qualified. Even if you think you already know and you haven't gotten any results, even if you think, since I'm certified, I'm halfway there, you are far from halfway there just because you have certs. You can have certifications for 5 years and never receive a single contract if you don't have a blueprint. But the first step, I always say, is getting your business pre-qualified and understanding what's on the table and doing the research and the recon and knowing who's buying your stuff and knowing how to leverage your power, your gifts, your skills, and knowing how to solve the problems. That is the most work that most people won't do, which is why they do not and cannot succeed. Initially, it took me 2 to 3 years to figure out this stuff because I went the long route. I was in a silo. I didn't have a blueprint. I made all the mistakes. And now I am helping entrepreneurs just like you avoid all those things and get results within their first 6 to 9 months when you do the work, right? Of course, that's not a result that everyone gets because everyone comes in with different belief systems, different ethics, different values, different work ethics. And so depending on if you're a high level entrepreneur that executes, you can get this done in a very short period of time. If you struggle with identity, if you struggle with your purpose and you struggle with focus and all those things, it could take you much longer, right? Much, much, much longer. But with guidance, we can resolve like that length of time, we can collapse it. But in order for you to really gain a great insight or a game plan or create and devise a game plan on how to implement these things into your business, the first step is to get your business pre-qualified as a government contractor. And you can do so by simply joining us at govconchallenge.com. The next masterclass for the GovCon Challenge is coming up very soon. If you go to govconchallenge.com, I'm telling you, the person you are today, by the end of that challenge, you will be the different person that you need to be that will secure lucrative government contracts and being able to do them simultaneously and get some things done passively as well as actively. And you will be well on your way to doing these things successfully with our help. So the first step is to get yourself pre-qualified as a government contractor so that you can walk away with a game plan and be knowledgeable so that you're not that turtle walking along the side of the road very slow in the process. You can do this year because I believe it, but you have to believe it for yourself. And if you step up to the plate and you show up in the places where you need to be so that people who are there to help you can actually help and support and pour into you, then you can be well on your way to reaching your goal and living a life of your dreams. So that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Dr. Karwanna D. Irving, your GovCon expert, as well as a wealth creator. I'll see you at the top in the great words of Zig Ziglar.